Come on! Football!
Welcome in to another film review on the O-Line Committee YouTube channel here with our friends Alex Boone and Jeremiah Sirles. A decade and a half of NFL trenches experience, film viewing, behind the curtain here, where we're going to dive into one of the more exciting games of the season here. The Eagles complete a double-digit comeback, boys, in the second half to beat the Buffalo Bills. We're going to take a look at some of the big plays on offense that led them to this victory. Hello, sirs.
Hello. This was the best game of the year so far. No doubt about it. It was the most entertaining, back and forth. Josh Allen looked like peak Josh Allen. The Eagles gritty, finding a way to win, showing why they're one of the top 3 teams in the NFL. This was football porn. Like you just turn this game on, you watch it back a couple times. Like, this is what you want to see every game, every Sunday.
You know what was football porn? When they
it.
lined up on the 2 and they were in the tush bush and they were like, "Fuck you, we're coming." Literally, I don't think Buffalo could have put any more people in the A gap, and they were literally like, "We don't fucking care." Like, that is, and dude, I'm telling you, and we just talked about it. I agree with myself. Buffalo is a really good team. And a lot of people are looking at this going, they're 6-6, and what happened? And you're like, yes, I understand that what's going on, and you lose guys early on defense. The offense is at times sputtering out or out of control because of the mishaps and the interceptions. But, dude, this is a really good team. They are so close. Like, to me, when I look at this as a former player, if I'm scouting them, I'm like, they're very one-dimensional, and it's just this guy in the backfield. Whatever the quarterback does is the entire outcome of this game. The defense at the same time, I thought they played really well. Like, people are over here crushing them, and I'm like, dude, they're playing with guys that they don't normally play with out there. And they're playing the best team probably right now in the NFL. Well, second best team.
Well, then you flip side it and you look at the Eagles offense, and they have so many weapons. Right?
Oh.
Like, it's not just Jalen Hurts. Yeah, he's the trigger man, but I mean, Swift is playing, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert hasn't even been in the lineup, and he'll be back. I mean, Smith, all those guys are taking their turns of showing up big when they need to show up big, and that's what's not happening for the Bills. You know, stroke again.
CTE again.
Not happening for the Bills is, you know, if it's not Diggs not showing up, then like Kincaid's not stepping up in a big way. Or Gabe Davis has fell off the map, and then Gabe Davis is back this week, and then where'd Stephon Diggs go? Like, it's just the Eagles have found time and time again, whoever needs to step up in a big way steps up.
Well, let's look at it here. And this is, and there's, God, we could have grabbed
conditions,
some
by the way,
defensive
were
stuff.
total football porn.
This
Whole rainy weather, the ground is just totally mulchy and dirty and muddy.
Yeah, talk dirty. God. Let's go. And then you had the old Eagles uniforms, too.
Oh,
and
the
old
Kelly
logo.
Greens.
The Kelly Greens. So, all right, we picked this up, boys. Down 17-7. Yeah, we got you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
It's all pumped up. Bills 17, Eagles 7, third quarter, 10 minutes left here. Got to make something happen. Got to come out of the gate. Had a bad first drive. I think it was a 3-and-out to start the second half. Got to go. We got to go here, Eagles. What are we drawing up? You guys talk us through it.
Get back into it. Get a little 11 personnel. Spread them out. This looks like a lot of what we watched them do against the Vikings.
There we go. Hand it off. Swifty. Hey, go back.
Get that.
I love it.
This inside zone scheme with pulling the center.
Dude, this is an outside. I consider this more outside because of the track that Swift takes. Just
more. I'll go mid. I'll level with you. I'll go mid zone.
I'll go mid zone. I agree with you. I think that this was one of the things that helped them kind of get out of this funk, because all of a sudden the backs, instead of hitting it more in the middle where they are tough, they were like, hey, you know what? Let's get them out here more. And I agree with you. Pulling Kelsey is such a weapon because it puts him on these linebackers in such a different manner, because when you're a guard climbing up on this linebacker, it gives him time to react. It gives him time to move. When you pull your center, this linebacker comes up here thinking, what's going on? And then, boom, you just get kicked out. And it's one of these awesome ways to run this zone. We call this a wipe. And I love the fact that, see right there, pause. See how he's pinned the defense, and we let everyone else just overrun this. And it's almost like we're going to let you do whatever you want as long as we get this pin block right here, we're good.
And this is the pin block you're talking about right here?
Yeah, it's called a wipe, right? So go back to the top. So, like, by letter of the law, Like if you don't pull a wipe is a change up here. But by letter of the law, this should be called what's called a double, right? When you're running zone schemes, between the center and the guard is called a single, between the guard and the tackle is called a double, between the tackle and tight end is called a triple. So if you just line this up normally saying, hey, this is a double, the left guard and the left tackle work up to 25, but because you have a center that can run and move, you call a wipe here, and you get your most athletic player on your O-line getting out here.
Pause it.
25 reads, big gap, right? Because when you pin that guy in the A gap and then your left tackle here rolls this dude out, you create a very wide void in that B gap. And this linebacker's going, I can't sit back here and let Swift get a full run at me and just try and play like a ton of space. I have to try and muddy this thing up. So he fires that B gap. Kelsey kicks him out, and Cam Jurgens is really who makes this play.
I was just going to say that. Yep.
Number 51, backside, is the guy who really makes this play because this backside linebacker, the strong side linebacker actually in this case, he sees 25 read, and he's thinking, I got to get over the top. Right, I got to get over the top, and Cam Jurgens does a great job of just getting on him and just running him by the play, and then Jack Stoll coming up on the backside and coming to get this safety.
Is that
this
a tight end?
Number 89. Yep, number 89 sifting.
Love
89 sifting all the way through the trash, right? His job's to stop this guy coming into the C gap. If he doesn't, then his job's to sift up to the MDM. This is a great job by Jack Stoll, Nebraska's finest, working his way all the way up here, feeling that guy, holding him off, and then seeing Poyer come down here as the next dangerous guy and climbing on him. The backside blocks make this play go. The front side's great, but the backside blocks are what make explosive plays explosive.
That block by Stoll right there is a really tricky block because, like Jay said, in the beginning, they tell you to stay on him. If he becomes a penetrator right now, his job is to just latch on and make sure he doesn't make this tackle.
Talk about number 56 here.
Mm-hmm. When we're talking about
56 for Buffalo on the right
you're
side.
talking
Yeah.
about
my bad. 56 against Buffalo. So see how here he's kind of playing soft because he's trying to play what? He's playing what's going on in the backfield. Pause. He doesn't know if it's a give or a hand. Like he's literally like, I don't know if the quarterback has it or the running back, so I'm going to sit right here so I don't let Jalen Hurts just run around the edge like he did. But Jack Stoll does a great job of holding him off just enough to get Swift through this white block and still come off, and I think is that Poyer?
Yeah.
Come off and block Poyer right there. Dude, I can't tell you how hard that block is. And still to be able to do it and have the Swift running down the field, like this is just starting to work for them.
It's a beautiful play.
It really is. And Swift, I think, is such an incredible weapon for them because he can do a lot of different things.
That play set up a touchdown a few plays later, but then Buffalo comes back down. So now we're okay, almost to the end of the third quarter, still down by 10 points.
Josh
got to get going
here.
So.
Trips right. Motion him across, go 2x2. Nope, back to trips right. You see the safeties rocking and rolling. Too high shell here. Play action. 3-man route concept. Oh, dirty.
Feed it to me.
Dirty route concept there.
Here we
Starts
go.
with protection.
Pause real quick. This looks just like the formation before, doesn't it? It's the exact same thing. Mm-hmm. This is what we've talked about before, and I've said this relentlessly because I played in an offense like this, and it's super fun to mess with other people.
I'm trying to find where they settled in.
No, I know.
So
right
here.
there.
Yeah, it's the exact same formation.
It's the exact same
back
formation.
to the old one here. Look at that.
Right?
Yeah, it's the literal exact formation.
Now wait. See why now defenses are starting to panic more. Because they're like, okay, well, the last time we saw this, it was a handoff. But this 56 over here, he had to play the read, right? So he had to watch this. But now all of a sudden, what if we just do all that and we let these two guys on the outside run these crisscross routes? Like, see how everyone's sunk up in here now? The play is already won. We know that they have one of the best offensive lines up front to protect. If you give him any time, look how open he is. That's incredible.
Go look at the route concept again real quick up at the top, right? So they run right here. Go back, right? So that's A.J. Brown at the top of your screen, I believe, up top here, right? I believe that's A.J. Brown. He demands a lot of attention, right? So you see he takes inside. He has to cross inside this corner's face because you got to get him to turn his hips, right? So he crosses him up here and runs directly at the safety. He's taught to get on the safety's toes, right? As he's running up here, this guy's so concerned with – he's so concerned with is A.J. Brown going to bump out here for an out route towards the sideline? Is he going to cut in the middle for a deep post? He is so glued to what A.J. Brown is that he doesn't feel Devontae Smith coming underneath him, right? So he's like A.J. Brown, and then right here,
yeah. So he should be peeling.
He should be looking right. Safeties. He should be passing him off to the safety, and now he needs to settle back over here into this void between the 40 and the 50. Right here, he goes, oh, God, there he goes.
No.
Right? There he goes. Right? Oh, shit. Right? Like, that's a moment where, and that just goes when I talked about earlier, they have so many weapons that you have to not be able to just key in on one. Because right here, he was so keyed on Brown, he loses Smith. Right, and Smith does a great job of just skinning right underneath him. But that all starts with how A.J. Brown got off the line of scrimmage, got on the safety's toes, and got that guy to flip his hips.
So this is kind of a real life, real time example of when you have one of the top, let's say 5 to 8 wide receivers in the NFL. This is a great example of how it opens things up for other receivers.
Yes.
Like if this was,
he just draws a lot
almost
of
anybody
attention.
else.
And at the same time, while Jay said that guy should have passed him off to the safety, but he's still nervous and concerned and foul. He's like, dude, this is A.J. Brown. I'm not going to just let him run away. And all of a sudden, here comes Devontae Smith. And it's funny because if you watch that last picture, as Devontae Smith's running up the field, he's almost looking at A.J. Brown like, when should I break? When should I break? When's he breaking? Okay, here, I'll break here.
Yeah,
Like,
actually, look at his head. Watch his head.
He just keeps looking over like, okay, what's going on over there? What's going on? What's going on?
Yep.
I look.
There.
Okay, there he is. There he is. There he is again.
Right.
All right, here
He
we go.
sees him
Break.
completely committed to Brown. He's like, I'm just going to come right underneath him.
Boom.
What a
Dude,
play,
plays
man.
like this are so simple and they're so fun, especially for up front because we're showing them the same formation and now we've just run a completely different play, a different look out of it. They're almost out on everyone on the defense is going like, God, this is such a death by paper cuts.
So same drive here. We're now into the early part of the fourth quarter, down by 10. Red zone.
Trips
Need
right.
some points.
Tiger right. Nub set here. Dart. Absolute
Missiles.
dart.
Hey, the pro up front. I mean, if you can't get to this guy, how are you going to affect him? This is one of the
Right.
biggest problems. This offensive line is just playing at a legit level right now. And that's not even Lane Johnson out there at right tackle. Now, that could hurt them this week because I'm not saying the Bills are one of the best pass rushers out there. But when you go into a game like this and you can give Jalen Hurts this much time and keep people off of him, dude, he is such a dangerous quarterback.
Look at that pocket, man.
This pocket's great, and then the ball placement is even better. Right, the ball placement up and over this guy, right in between the whole shot between the two safeties. I mean, absolute fantastic ball placement by Jalen Hurts.
Okay, speaking of ball placement, so, Eagles down by 3, 11 minutes left, 29-yard line, 3rd and 15 here, guys. This is tough. You're probably just looking to don't get knocked out of field goal range here on a 3rd and 15, right? You would
Getting
think.
pressure, looking like pressure, right? You see the umbrella back there, no true high safeties. Everyone's kind of covered up. They bail. They only send 4. You can't let Jalen Hurts out of the pocket, man. You can't.
This was
Not in these
incredible.
situations.
This was the most, dude. I'm telling you,
This play.
the fact that he caught this ball so clean was probably one of the most fantastic catches and throws I've seen in a long time. Like on the run, sees him, throws a missile, just boom. Look at the accuracy of that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
I'm
dude.
telling you right now, they're going to be a really, really tough team.
They're going to be a hard out in the playoffs, man.
When you
They're-
can make plays like this and you can run around, and remember, there's 2 different kinds of scrambles in my mind. There's the panic scramble, and then there's the I need to buy time for myself. Where do I go?
Because this is not like this is not breaking down here, right? I mean,
No.
this is
No,
But I
I
think
think
what he
he-
sees
so.
is
Go
his-
go to the wide. So like you see his initial read, like so his head's right the whole way, right? Because he initially pause it right there, like initially he's thinking this is some sort of blitz, right? This is some type of blitz with these guys up here. So he's thinking that his hot answers are going to be to his right with how much cushion those guys have, right? How much cushion he's thinking. Okay, if they blitz here and they send 6, which there's 6 up here, I haven't have an answer, and the answer is going to be one of these 2 guys to the right. Right there, he's trying to hit it to Smith, right? And this guy feels it. This guy over here, he feels it. And so right there, he's like, okay, that's taken away from me. I don't have a big answer to my left here, right? I don't have something right away. So I need to buy time.
running in there.
Right?
Did you
He
see that
sees
go
a
back?
little bit of pressure. He's like, I just need to buy some time. Right? That's what this is. Eyes downfield. He never thought about running this because he knows situational football and knows he has to get down there. Like right here, he knows, okay, my first read's gone. Shoot.
Now watch. See how he turns just as Espinosa is coming in here? And he
Yep.
goes, nope, don't want to be a part of that, which is smart because you see something coming down, his eyes get super big and you're not sure what's going to happen. So he goes, hey, listen, I know there's no contain, which is another dumb thing. Like you
Yep.
got to keep contain on a guy like him because this is what makes him so lethal. The minute he can slide out here to the left effortlessly and find his receiver in the back corner of the end zone,
Don't
you got
most
problems.
quarterbacks just take this little check down right here?
I don't think he sees him. I don't think he sees him right away because he feels Epinesa coming around, and he's
Right,
got
okay.
those two big old linemen. We'll see it again from the back. But this is Ed Oliver not executing a TE stunt the right way. If you run this TE stunt, right, you got to get around and can't let him out of the pocket, right? Ed Oliver needs to get outside of
Jordan Mailata.
Jordan Mailata.
Right there. You need to get outside
So
of him.
he-
See
so
how he
he
tries
needs
to
to- he
bury
needs to
himself
go-
in there?
Yeah, see,
it's almost
right
like,
now,
no,
you
what
think
happens
he
is
wants to get to
feels like
Smith?
he's going to get the sack. Go
Yes.
back. Go back a little bit. He feels like he's like, I'm going to get through here, and so that's why he keeps pushing. You can kind of see when he commits to like, oh, I can get through here.
But you're not. You're not going to
Right.
get to Jalen Hurts, right?
There.
Boom.
He goes, I'm going to get through here. And you forget that's Jordan Mailata, 350 pounds. You're not getting
Yeah.
through anywhere on him. And the minute you didn't get outside on him, you let this whole play expand. And that is trouble, dude.
Let's keep plugging along here. So now we're into overtime here, boys,
Dude,
and the
injected
Bills
in
have
my
kicked a
veins.
field goal, and so the Eagles are trying to make something happen. Need at least a field goal to extend this game. Touchdown wins it. Ball on 37. Let's cross midfield and see what happens.
Let's do it.
One thing we haven't noticed here is they didn't
Play
send a
action.
lot of pressure, right? They didn't feel like
There we
they
go.
could send a lot
Watch
of pressure.
The middle. Oh, they got beat on the same play again. You gotta be shitting me.
Same
Look at this. Same formation.
Pause.
Yeah.
Same formation.
It's the same play. Go back. 31 still trailing AJ Brown if you go back.
Oh,
wide.
back to the
Yeah,
wide.
go
Gotcha,
back to the
gotcha.
wide.
Yeah, there
So
we go.
it's 2x2.
31.
AJ Brown's down here at the bottom of your screen again, number 11.
Yeah.
Here we
Watch
go.
it. It's
It ain't
it's
broke, don't
very,
fix it,
very
boys.
similar concept. Rolls through. Boom. Linebackers suck up with the play action.
Of course they do. Look how big that void is. And there's Devontae
It's the same
Smith.
thing.
the same
It is
thing.
the
I'm
same
not
The
even
dude
kidding
is
you.
so
I
locked in
saw
on
it.
AJ Brown.
That's why the safety comes. Go back. If you look, the safety goes, there's no way I'm letting this fucker do this twice on me. So he makes a mad break for Devontae Smith as soon as he sees AJ Brown making his break.
You're talking about Micah Hyde, 23.
Yeah, Micah Hyde
Yep.
sees it. He sees
Right.
Devontae. Look, he's staring at Devontae Smith the whole time, like, okay, hold on. And right here, he goes, nope, not again. But unfortunately,
The corner doesn't fall off in time.
no, it doesn't fall off.
Right. The corner's concerned which way is he going? Is he breaking inside, breaking outside? And they just they went back to what they need, right? Guys do this. Play callers do this all the time. Crunch moments, got to have it. Let's go back and see if this defense fixed in real time, right? They didn't get to see the film. They got to see still pictures. But let's see if they fixed in real time something we heard them on earlier, and they obviously didn't.
No.
Look at this little.
Oh, this
Little
this
counter
cut
here.
by Swift was
This cut's incredible.
Go back. The fact that he can ride this wave. So now look, pause. We've seen this formation, haven't we? This is
Same
the same
formation.
thing, just flipped. It's the same exact formation, I promise you. So the defense is already like, what's going on? Just pause. See how they all run up there right now? Because now they're for sure it's a handoff. They've committed too much. And now Swift has the ability to ride the wave all the way back because everybody's overcommitted to this. This play during the game was incredible to watch because he breaks away from this tackle right here, and you knew it was over.
Nice block there too.
Hey, once again, receivers showing up downfield. Why do you think they have such success in the run game? That's what's such a big part of all of this, and it's working well for the Eagles right now. And honestly, their culture, it's dangerous, man. I wouldn't want to play these dudes.
And here's the game winner.
Here's the
for you
game
guys.
winner. They go
Look at this.
empty.
You knew
They
it right
finally
away.
decide to pressure. They finally decide to pressure. Right? Every clip we've watched, there has been any pressure. Right? They finally like nut cutting time. We got to get after him here. Kelsey does a fantastic job.
Fantastic. Wait, who's his Fat Guy Fantasy? Oh, yeah, you're welcome. Do I get extra points for this?
No.
This poll.
No, it's unfortunately no.
By the way, this is called. Well, technically, this would be called a car if you
Yeah.
were old school because it's the center carring around. But if it was a guard, it'd be a gar. A tackle would be a tar. But this is a great job, like Jay said. Go back of getting just enough. Right. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Yep.
Right. You just got to get enough of him. And it's great recognition of Kelsey because it happens so fast. And I'm sure he sees it right here. But to be able in real time to make that block and for Jalen to squeeze through there, I'm telling you, man, they
a wrap.
are a tough team. Not a lot of centers can pull like that.
No, he's the best. He's the best
And he's like
pulling
the
center
oldest,
in the NFL.
too, dude,
He's
which
the
is
best
crazy to
pulling
me.
center in the NFL.
That's insane.
Dude, Game,
Eagles
set,
are
match,
forced.
man.
Gosh, that game this weekend, man. Niners Eagles is going to be so much fun to watch.
Yes.
Cannot wait.
We did pick that game on the O-line committee podcast. So if you want our
Yes.
thoughts on it, you can yell at us. We'll save it for you to find on the podcast. But yeah, click the subscribe button, the like button if you're an Eagles fan that likes what you see, or if you're just stumbling into this as an NFL fan. These guys break down film from a trenches perspective, and it's an absolute blast here. The O-line committee.